Thank you so much for joining me in today's video, and welcome if you're new here. In today's video, we are going to be doing a Sephora VIB sale recommendations video for 2023. I love Sephora so much. So many of the brands I gravitate towards on an everyday basis do come from Sephora, so I wanted to do the VIB sale recommendations video, and I know the sale is tomorrow, so I am kind of pushing it. Hopefully you guys see this. Better late than never is what I always say, but I know that gets redundant real quick, so I'm trying to get better. I'm sorry. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. I have makeup, I have hair care, I have fragrance, I have all the things. I hope you guys also, while you're watching this video, leave down below if you have any recommendations for me before the Sephora sale goes live. I'll also try to get up my wish list because I know those types of videos are fun too. All the products we're talking about in today's video will be listed down below, as well as all the makeup on my face. And because I usually start with scent of the day, and one of the perfumes in this video is my scent of the day, we're just gonna start with perfume. First perfume to share with you guys, which is also my scent of the day, is the Good Girl Blush from Carolina Herrera. This fragrance is so beautiful. By the way, I'm sorry, the lighting is gonna go in and out just a little bit today because I'm using natural lighting only, but this bottle is beautiful. Not even just, you know, physically, obviously it's stunning, but the juice inside of here, you guys, is unbelievable. I love it for when I want to smell super feminine and light and bright and beautiful. This just does all those things for me. I am obsessed with it. I really feel like it's the epitome of femininity, and every time I wear it, I just feel so beautiful. Like, there's no other way for me to describe it. When I wear this fragrance, just to let you guys know, it does last a long time throughout the day, but it doesn't have the best projection. It's beautiful though. I love to smell it on myself. When people do smell it, they do compliment it. It does open up with some bergamot, which I love, 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 love in my fragrances to give it that bright opening. It also has peony, which is just one of my favorite florals and fragrances. And when it does dry down, it does dry down with that tonka bean, which does make it a little bit more sexy, a little bit more girl boss like the original, but it's still a way lighter take. So for me, this is just, yeah, I've been using this like crazy, you guys, and I am not mad at it at all. Next fragrance is one that I've been using a lot as we do transition into the springtime, and that's I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess by Kilian. And this one, to me, it does dry down and smell very nice and marshmallowy, but the thing I love about this gourmand fragrance is how fresh at the same time it also smells. I've been really liking those scents that are gourmand but also really light and fresh at the same time. This is not a heavy gourmand by any means, so I think it's perfect for the springtime. And when I first went into Sephora, because this is a recent pickup for me, I was actually going in to get Kilian's Angel Share, and even though that fragrance is just delicious, it's boozy, it's sweet, it's heavy on the heavy, I felt like this one was going to be better for these months because I kind of feel like the Angel Share might kind of suffocate me a little bit in this weather, especially in Florida. So I found this one to still give me that bit of sweetness, but also offer a nice freshness. There's citrus notes in here, and then there's a beautiful, I always forget what it's called. Is it green tea? Green tea, something in here that smooths it all out and makes it really combine as one in a beautiful way. So for me, this one is amazing for not only the spring and summer, but just year round. I don't think you can go wrong with this one. And I told myself I was not going to recommend any products I've already recommended in other VIB sale recommendation videos, because I feel like you can go through my other videos if you want to, and I still do love and recommend all those products, and feel free to do that after this video. But you guys, I just can't do a sale recommendation video without this one. You know, my friend asked me the other day, she said, Lindsay, what's a perfume that you truly feel like is worth the money? Because let's face it, this perfume stuff is really expensive, and sometimes it is overpriced. It's really overpriced. So what do I actually think about in my collection? And I'm like, yeah, I would repurchase that if I lost it in a heartbeat. I feel like it is worth the money. I feel like it's it could even be more money, I'm just gonna be honest. And that is the YSL Libre. I feel like this one, any variation of it, any flanker, you could get this one if you don't mind lavender being pronounced. You could get the Intense if you want a little bit more of a sweeter take on it, more with that vanilla. You could try, I think they have the new Le Parfum, but I don't know much about that one, so I'm not gonna speak on it. I feel like this one is a really beautiful, unique, expensive, just everything I'm looking for, elegant, classy, all the things perfume. And when I smell this and I look at the price tag, I don't have to second guess it. If a perfume doesn't project, if it doesn't have a good sillage, if it doesn't have good longevity, if it, you know, all those things, ticks all my boxes. Every single one I just mentioned, it does. It lasts long, it's super strong. I get compliments like no other with this perfume. So for me, this one, even though I know and I sound like a broken record, I just cannot do a VIB sale recommendation video without throwing this in even briefly. So for me, this is just, it's so good. I hope I don't sound redundant mentioning these products because I know I just did it in my favorites video, but it's the Amika The Cure Bond Repair Conditioner. This conditioner is so rich, thick, beautiful on my hair, you guys. It makes my hair so soft and silky and smooth, and I just cannot put it down. I know before I was using the Kristen S shampoo and conditioner, but ever since I switched over to the Cure by Amika, I can't go back, you guys. I can't. My hair loves this freaking stuff, and it also loves the shampoo. The thing with the shampoo you gotta know is it is very nice and smooth and silky in consistency, like the formulation. So when I'm using it, I feel like it doesn't strip my hair of all of my oils, which is great because then I'm not, you know, stripping it, it's not drying my hair out and all those things. But my hair does get more oily quicker, so just be aware of that. Next up is a hair mask I can't believe I haven't mentioned on my channel, but it's the Way Fine to Medium Hair Treatment Mask. I got this last year on my birthday, so in December, and ever since I have been loving overusing this mask. Even the reason I say overusing is because every single wash, you guys, I've been incorporating at least a little bit of this in my hair. I do feel like it is good on my fine hair. I feel like it definitely doesn't weigh my hair down the way other masks have before. This one is also really good at giving my hair shine. Yes, it makes it super soft and silky. Of course, that's what a lot of masks do. But where this does excel is with that shine. It gives me such beautiful, shiny hair. And when I don't incorporate it into my routine, I miss it. And that's how I know it is a good one. I do love the Color Wow for giving me that shine, but you do have to apply heat. And sometimes I don't want to do that. So for this, I feel like it's a great alternative. I still like my Moroccan oil hair oil, and I love the smell of that one, so there's no way I would ever stop getting that one. But I've been using this one a lot more. This is from the brand Gisou. I hope I'm saying that right. And this is their honey infused hair oil. I feel like it's a lot lighter on my hair. It doesn't drag it down. It doesn't feel heavy or anything like that. So I'm still getting really soft, silky hair and beautiful, shiny hair, but just not with the weight. So I've been liking this one a lot. I've actually heard people say the opposite, that this one is heavier, but I just don't agree with that. For primer, I really don't have a new primer to recommend to you, but I still have been loving my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I find any excuse to recommend this to you guys. This is like the Libre of freaking makeup for me. I think this one is a very thick, very beautiful, glowy, hydrating formula. It does have a citrus scent to it, so if that bothers you, I would skip it, but this is my second component. I have already went through one of them, and I will continue to repurchase it because it just makes my makeup look so beautiful. It just melts on top of this flawlessly, and so I have to recommend it, of course. You guys, literally not putting my Skin Glow foundation from Dior and my Forever Matte in this video hurts. I'm trying not to put like repetitive things because I've already talked about them so much in other VIB videos, but the Haus Lab Skin Tech Foundation, this one is beautiful. It is so hydrating. It has good coverage. It also has a very lightweight consistency to it for the coverage it gives. So I love that about this too. And I would say the finish is like a natural dewy finish, natural glowy. It's really pretty, it's something to see, but I love this foundation a lot. It does hold up pretty nicely, not as good as my Dior's, but still very good. I do like this a lot. I think the shade range is fantastic, which is always a plus, and I've gravitated towards this a lot. Like, if you look at my description box on previous videos recently, I've been using this so much because I think it just offers such a beautiful finish, and it has skincare ingredients, so you're getting great coverage, but also you're loving your skin at the same time, which I always say is the beauty in this product. The next foundation I have is the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation. This foundation is stunning. It actually has mica infused into it, which is essentially shimmer. So when I did do this side-by-side comparison of the Haus Labs, I felt like this one had a lot more coverage, and I also felt like it did appear to be more glowy, but that's because it has that added shimmer in there, so really it's more shimmery. I do feel like this one also does wear a bit better on my skin as well, and I felt it to be not as lightweight as the Haus Labs. So you're getting more coverage here, but you're also, it's not like heavy, like I don't want to have it on my skin, like get it off. It's just heavier than the Haus Labs, which is like very super thin. So just letting you guys know that. But this one, if you're having any types of photos done, is beautiful because you are having that really glowy, reflective base that I love. So I had to recommend this one as well. I really don't have a new concealer to mention. I still recommend my Clinique Even Better Concealer for a nice light medium coverage, really great for everyday, super natural finish. And then I really love my KVD Good Apple Concealer for when I want more of like a flawless, snatched under eye or like base wherever I'm putting it. That one is just, they need to make that in foundation form. Oh my goodness. So those would be my two recommendations, but because I've already recommended them in the past, I'm not going to talk too much about them. Westman Atelier, Westman Atelier, where are you? Where are you? Oh, here we go. For contour, a no-brainer for me was the Westman Atelier Contour Stick. The shade Biscuit specifically, I just feel like sculpts me like no other. The tone of this is perfect, you guys. I cannot get over it. Oh my goodness. I've been using it ever since it was recommended by Michaela, and I tried it out. I love it. It's very easy to work with. I never get patchy or icky or anything weird. I just think it lays down flawlessly. It's so easy to work with, and the shade is so sculpting and biscuit. If you're my shade, you guys, please consider trying this out because oh my goodness. And they have other shades too. They do have a bigger version, but I have mine in the midi because you guys, I do cut corners where I can. I have so much makeup. Moving on to one of my favorite categories, let's say it together, blush. You know this, I know this, we know this. I love blush so much. It makes me very happy. I feel like it just makes you look so alive and brings your makeup together. You guys already know I love the Rare Beauty Liquid Touch blushes. This is the dewy version. I only like the dewy ones. The matte one I did try in the past, I did not like. I felt like it did weird things to my makeup. But I love the blushes so much. I have been using the shade Happy a lot, which is why I'm including it in today's video. Even though I'm not trying to put repeats, I feel like because I've been loving this shade so much, it's ridiculous. I needed to mention it. It's such a beautiful, bright, happy shade, just like the name suggests, and I wanted to mention it because I think it's just so flattering and beautiful. Another blush formula that I just have to mention because I truly do admire them and the brand are the Merit Flush blushes. These are so pretty, and hear me out, I know I've already spoken about these on my channel and in VIB videos, but you guys, they came out with new shades, and this is my favorite of the bunch. This one is in the shade Stockholm, and it's like a really pretty baby pink, and it's actually what I feel like they were missing out of their collection, at least for me anyway. I cannot stop using this. What I like about these blushes in terms of their formula is they're very lightweight, but they give you a gorgeous glow to the skin, a beautiful dew if you will, so you don't even necessarily need to apply highlight if you don't want to. It's stunning. I cannot stop stop using it. It's the blush I have on today, and I think it just looks so glowy, healthy, and beautiful. So I love these because I never have to think too hard. I never think there's going to be a hiccup. It's always going to be super easy breezy, which is like the whole messaging behind the brand. So I love this. And a blush I'm super excited to talk about because I do find it to be pretty innovative is from Danessa Myricks Beauty. I feel like in general, Danessa Myricks is just doing it, really breaking the mold with her products. It's the Blur Blush Balm, similar to the original balm, and that when you do initially touch it, it's creamy, but then when you do go to blend it out, it becomes like a powder formula, which by the way, you guys, for longevity, this is fabulous. Like the fact that it dries down in that way, it does not budge. It stays throughout the whole day, which is amazing. Not only that though, that's not what makes it so mind-boggling. It's the fact that when you do blend it out, it has that powdery texture, but it still is glowy, which is just so amazing to me, I feel like. So you are getting that really beautiful, long-lasting flush of color, but there's also a beautiful glow to it, and these products are pigmented, let me just tell you. So I love this, and I think that it's very creative in that way, so I needed to mention it and recommend it if you're looking for a long-lasting, glowy blush that does pack a punch. For powder blush, I'm going to have to give it to the Haus Labs Powder Highlighter. This one is one of their Bio Radiant Gel Powder Highlighters, and I honestly feel like this is not super intense. Like their highlighters in general, I do think need to be built up, but once you do, they're gorgeous. For me, I feel like this is such a soft, beautiful texture. It works fabulously as a blush, and you can use makeup whatever way you want to. I always say that on this channel, and for me, this just gives me the most beautiful cheeks ever, so I cannot stop recommending this. I recommended it in so many videos. I just feel like she is that girl. She is so pretty and girly, and I love the color so much. I've been using it constantly. It's one I actually have to like put aside, so I give love to other products in my collection, which is usually when you know it's a good one. Another blush formula I feel kind of similar on is the RMS Beauty My Tai Redimension Hydra Powder Blush, except for this is actually supposed to be a powder blush, and what I like about it is even though it is a shimmery blush formula, it doesn't look too overboard on my cheeks with the shimmer particles. I feel like they're not too pronounced, so I do feel like my skin ends up having a beautiful sheen, and it doesn't look too heavily textured, which sometimes can bother me. So for that, I love this. It's very flexible. You can get it to be very intense and in your face, or you could keep it more subtle. If you're looking for a powder blush that's a little bit more matte, I know I've already mentioned it in so many videos, but it just feels so crazy not to, because these will be 30% off come tomorrow. So this is an essential. These are essential. They're so affordable. They're so long lasting. They're beautiful. Even makeup artists use it. This is beautiful. I can't not mention it because, you know, it's just such a good deal, and they're so good. I haven't even used these two. But this one, Flirt It Up, phenomenal. And I also really like the Rare Beauty highlighters a lot. I will tell you, they do have a bit of shimmer, so if that's not your vibe, you would not like these highlighters. But for me, I've been using the shade Mesmerize on my eyes like almost every single day, so I'm not even really recommending it as a highlight, even though I think it's a beautiful highlighter. I'm more than anything recommending it as an eyeshadow because it's so pretty and flattering on the eyes. I just cannot stop using it. I try to put it down, but it's just not going anywhere, but I still think it looks really pretty on the nose and on the cheekbones. I'm just not wearing it on my cheeks right now, but it's super pretty. The shade Enlighten is a little bit better for me on my face, but oh my goodness, I cannot stop putting it on my eyes. I do not have any new lipsticks to share, so honorable mention for my Merit Signature lipsticks. These are so gorgeous. Look at the packaging. I cannot get over how beautiful and aesthetically pleasing these are, especially when I do think about the price point on these lipsticks. But you guys, the formula is so lightweight, so comfortable on the lips, and they do have decent pigmentation for that. I usually have to do like 2 layers just to be like satisfied, but oh my goodness, they are so lightweight and so beautiful, and there's so many shades. My personal favorites would have to be Slip Modern, I think it's called, and Baby is my ultimate favorite. So these for me is where it's at. I also feel like they last pretty long on my lips, like they stay in place for being a cream formula. I've been loving the Fenty Beauty Fenty Icon Velvet Lipsticks. I really like this liquid lipstick. I think it's super pretty. Mine is in the shade RiRi, and what I love about this is, yes, it gives you the very lightweight, velvety, creamy formula on your lips, and it also does blur out your lip lines, which I always love with these types of products. But for the product it also does wear pretty well throughout the day. I did do a full wear test if you want to check it out on my channel. And yeah, I love the shade RiRi. I think it is very beautiful and like romantic. It makes me want to go on a date. And overall, I think for having such a beautiful, creamy, velvety formula and beautiful finish, it does last really long. Now, that's not to say it doesn't transfer, because it definitely does. Be careful with that. But it does still have a lot of pigment by the end of the day, which I do appreciate. Moving on to lip glosses, I really enjoy the Tower 28 Shine On Lip Jellies. These, at first, I thought they were okay, but the more and more I wear it, I really love the gelée texture. I love how soft and plushy it feels on my lips, and how smooth this product is. So for me, this is also a really great one. This is one that TikTok and social media in general did hype up, and I tried it out and really loved how lightweight it feels on the lips, and just how, again, plushy. I really like this one too. And the shade Pistachio is my favorite, but I have recently tried this mauve shade I can't remember the name of, and that one is really pretty too. I actually just applied our next one to talk about, which is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in the shade Vanilla Beige. And what I really like about this one is it's just like a gloss, but thinner in consistency, smoother in consistency. It just feels more hydrating too, instead of just giving you that really pretty shine and plump, but feeling heavy and uncomfortable. This is just everything I'm looking for every day. Not to mention the vanilla cupcake smell to it and the beautiful tint it gives the lips. I would love to try another shade of this. I know they just came out with, I think, a red one and a light pink one. I think one of them is actually out of stock right now. I hope they do stock it in before the VIB sale, but I would love to get a new shade. I think it's time. Another product I have to say is very impressive is the Rare Beauty tinted lip oils. When I put these lip oils on my lips, they feel like water. Like, there is that jelly plushy feel, yes, but they really feel like water on your lips. It's so weird. I wish I could describe it different, but when I put it on my lips, it genuinely almost feels like water. That's how lightweight this product is, and it kind of sits on your lips. You let it sit for 30 seconds, and once it wears off throughout the day, or you want to wipe it off on your own, it does tint your lips. And I kind of feel like when they first did market this product, I had no idea. I know they said the color would stay, but I kind of figured like the product itself would be very long lasting as like a glossy tint product, not that it would wear away and it would actually have a stain. So I was very excited to find that out. I will say the only thing I've been noticing with the lip oil that I don't hear other people talk about is the fact that the product does get darker once it does stain, and that's just something to be aware of. And it also does have like the smallest little tingling sensation on your lips, so just be aware of that as well. I do not have a new powder to share with you. I'm still loving the Huda Beauty and the Rare Beauty, and then for pressed powder, I still really love my Charlotte Tilbury, which is getting kind of low, so I'm gonna need to repurchase it. For brows, I love my Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat product a lot. Nothing is easier to work with in my opinion, so I don't mind paying that extra price point for this. Personally, I do like to get it on a sale because full price, it's a lot for a brow product, but then you can actually order the refills, so you'll only have to buy this component once and then just purchase the refills, which I do need to get some refills during the sale because look at that. Look at that. That is all I have left, and this is my last one. I love the applicator. It makes it really easy to get those hair-like brow strokes, and I just can't say enough good things about this product. I know I've already talked about it in quite a few videos, so I won't harp, but if you're looking for a new brow product, I would seriously recommend this one. Listen, we all know how much I love my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is such a good one to lock in that makeup so it does not budge all day. But I'm not going to harp on it because I've talked about it so many times in videos. but I don't think I've mentioned this one. This is like my new love for setting spray. It's the Professional Super Setter from Benefit, and this is one of those ones I neglected for a while, just had it sitting in my makeup drawer, and you guys, I finally pulled it out this month and last month, and you guys, when I tell you, this is such a beautiful product. Not only does it of course melt everything into place, yada yada, I actually feel like this does refine my makeup. On the back it says it helps lock on makeup, softens the look of pores, and feels weightless, and I agree with all of that. Heavily on the softens the look of pores and imperfections. If I ever do my makeup and I feel like my base looks a bit off, I go in with this setting spray and I just feel like my makeup is super refined and good to go. I don't know what else to say. It's like a miracle worker. I really like this one, and I can't believe I went so long having it in my collection just sitting there. I think I got it on one of the Ulta 21 days of beauty sales and I never used it, but oh my goodness, was I missing out. If you're looking for something that is going to correct any base issues you have, especially if your texture is not looking that great that day, this one is gonna be your girl. I love her. Even though I'm pretty sure I've mentioned these in previous VIB videos, I need to mention them one more time just because they're so pretty and they add the most beautiful touch to your makeup. This is the Moon Dust Urban Decay Space Cowboy Shadow, and I love this because if you use like a really fluffy brush when you apply it, it just gives the most beautiful scattered look to the eyes, and I love it. The shade Space Cowboy specifically is gorgeous, but I do think they have other shades if you want to check that out. It just adds like the perfect level of pretty to your eyes, and it's very effortless. And then I also have been loving this right here. This is the Urban Decay Heavy Metal glitter liner, and what I like to do with this is I actually take it and I put it right here like I would any other liquid liner. I'm wearing it right now already, and I think it just gives a nice touch to the makeup. I did it a little bit thicker than I usually would like to, but you guys get the point. It's really pretty, and you can apply this like this. You can apply this in the crease and it's really pretty, like one of these moments. It's just a really nice product to have in your collection just to spice it up a little bit. And here it is up close in case it's kind of hard to see. I keep trying to give the Huda Beauty concealer a chance, but it just creases on me so bad. I really want to love it because I do like the finish, but I just can't get over the creasing. That's my little rant. But yeah, those were all of my recommendations. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this was helpful. If it was, do not forget to leave it a like below, and also comment down below what you're planning on picking up from the sale. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!